Good day everyone, welcome to the NTV and watching NTV News at 9:30, your source for exclusive news and entertainment. This is Pranita bringing you to the top stories from India and around the world, and the time is exactly 9:30. Saraswati Puja, a festival honoring goddess Saraswati, was observed with widespread devotion and festive spirit throughout Odisha today. Basant Panchami signifies the arrival of spring and the conclusion of winter. Devotees consider it a sacred occasion offering prayer to Ma Saraswati, the deity of arts, wisdom and knowledge. She is traditionally depicted seated on the white lotus or a swan, holding a veena, sacred text and a rose. Across the takes, particularly school and colleges, prayer and celebration are being organized, with students actively participating. Odisha Chief Minister Mohan Charan Majhi conveyed his warm greeting to the citizen of the state of the occasion of Saraswati Puja. In a post on the social media platform X, Chief Minister Majhi stated, "On this auspicious Basant Panchami, I offer my sincere prayer to Goddess Saraswati, the bestower of knowledge. May Ma Saraswati bless all with all wisdom and prosperity." Vice President C.P. Radhakrishnan arrived in Odisha today. Proceeding directly to the Cuttack from Bhubaneswar airport, he landed approximately 25 minutes ahead of schedule. Upon arrival at the airport, the Vice President was greeted by Governor Dr. Haribabu Kambhampati, Chief Minister Mohan Charan Majhi, Chief Secretary Anu Garg and the other senior officials. He was subsequently presented with a guard of honor. The Vice President's journey to Cuttack is part of his official visit to attend event commemorating the birth anniversary of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose, observed as Parakram Divas. During his visit, Vice President Radhakrishnan, accompanied by the Governor and the Chief Minister, offered floral tribute at the statue of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose. He also visited the Netaji Museum in Cuttack. The Netaji Memorial was closed to the public between 8 am to 2 pm due to the visit. Furthermore, the Vice President inaugurated the District Culture Bhavan in Cuttack. Later, he proceeded to Lok Sabha Bhavan for a luncheon agreement. Extensive security measures were implemented across Bhubaneswar and Cuttack, collectively known as the Twin City, in anticipation of the Vice President visit.
Bharat Mata जगी सर्प शक्ति माना वो सर्प दयालु तांग श्री चरना कमल मोरा भक्ति पोदा प्रणाम जाना उची. I am immensely happy that on my very first official visit to Odisha, I have come here to honor and pay our tribute to Cuttack, son of the soil, and the great son of Bharat Mada, the Bharat Ratna Sri Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose ji, on his 129th birth anniversary. On this great day, the dignitaries who are sharing the dais with me, our Honorable Governor of Odisha, Dr. Haribabu ji, Honorable Chief Minister of Odisha, Shriman Mohan Charan Majhi ji. My visit to Bharat Ratna Subhash Chandra Bose Birthplace Museum Trust been truly enriching. What a personality he is. What a sacrifice he has made. What a courage he got in his heart. How he faced the struggles. How he moves on. Everything has been brought to our heart by this.
A terrific incident turned today led to the disturbance between Master Canteen and the Rajmahal Square. An automobiles collided with a motorcycle, prompting an angry crowd to halt the bus. Demonstrators then proceeded to damage the vehicle, breaking its window and other parts. The unrest extended to the several other Amur buses, which were also vandalized. The driver and conductor of the bus involved in the initial accident reportedly fled the scene. Upon arrival, police attempt to de-escalate the situation. However, as the crowd remained uncooperative, officer resorted to a mild lathi charge to disappear the gathering.
माने करिसंती जो गोटे सामान्य एक्सीडेंट होला परे अन्य तीनटा बसेस जो अलग अलग डायरेक्शन रो आस्तले से माने को अटकाई की किछि एंटी सोशल पिला माने से तीनटा बसेस को भी अटकाई की अटैक करिसंती डैमेज मध्ये करिसंती आमे सबु सीसीटीवी फुटेज कलेक्शन करूछु तापरे बहुत लोक माने जो वीडियो बनाइछंती से वीडियो भी आमे को शेयर करूछंती समस्त को आइडेंटिफाई करा जीवो और समस्त को स्ट्रिक्ट सेक्शंस रे अरेस्ट करा जीवो फर्स्ट तो हमारा एज अ फर्स्ट रेस्पोंडर हमारा सिचुएशन को नॉर्मल करबा पई हमारा उद्देश्य रहउची तो सेटा गोटे थारु दुटा बसेस जो रही जाय रास्ता ऊपर गोटे को आमे साइड कर देछु और दुटा रही छी तो एटा साइड ही साडला परे सिचुएशन और नॉर्मलाइज ही साडला परे आमे तदंतरे लागिवु और समस्त को आइडेंटिफाई करके अरेस्ट करा
Chief Minister Mohan Sharan Majhi reaffirmed the state government commitment on Thursday to extend irrigation facilities to over 90% of Odisha Cutable land. This initiative is key component of the vision to transform Odisha into a prosperous state by 2036. Speaking at the state level event focusing on the Pani Panchayat system, Chief Minister Majhi emphasized the critical role of proper and effective water resources management in achieving agricultural development, economic growth, and the state overall progress. He further announced that the over next 5 years an additional 1.5 million hectares of land will be brought under irrigation. This expansion will be achieved through a multi-pronged approach including major, medium and minor irrigation project, lift irrigation system, mega lift project and the construction of check dams. Official sources indicate that currently 40,380 Pani Panchayat are actively operational across the state. These bodies collectively manage irrigation for 2.412 billion hectares of land. The Odisha Pani Panchayat Act of 2002 along with subsequent amendments has been instrumental in ensuring equal rights and opportunities for women, fishermen and all water users. During his address, the Chief Minister highlighted the traditional irrigation method often resulted in water wastage. In contrast, the Pani Panchayat system has facilitated an equitable and efficient distribution of water resources.
पानी पंचायत पक्ष पालन 1 महीने का जो हमारा टाइम था पालन करने के लिए, अवेयरनेस काम करने के लिए, इसका आज उद्यापन दिवस था। उड़ीसा प्रदेश में लगभग 40,380 से ज़्यादा पानी पंचायत है और पानी पंचायत जो हमने गठन किए हैं, उड़ीसा कम्युनिटी लीडरशिप पानी का जो प्रोजेक्ट को एक नेशनल मॉडल पर हमने इसी तौर पर हमने उभर रहे हैं और इस पानी पंचायत में किसान खुद पानी के मैनेजमेंट की जिम्मेदारी वो स्वयं लेते हैं। इसी आधार पर हमने पानी कैसे एक कैनाल पर नीचे तक तो पानी पहुंच सकेगा, पानी पंचायत का मैनेजमेंट तरफ से उसको आज वो काम सफल के रूप से हम कर पा रहे हैं और अगले दिन में हमारा सरकार जैसे हमने बहुत बड़ा लक्ष्य रखते हुए 1.5 मिलियन हेक्टेयर तक हमारा सिंचाई का कवरेज कैसे करें, इसी आधार पर हमने डिक्लेरेशन भी किए हैं। अगले 3-4 साल के बाद हम उसको कवर करने के लिए बहुत बड़ा मिशन मोड में काम शुरू कर दिया।
Let's take a break. We will be back soon.
काका,
हाँ बेटा,
ये जश्न कैसा?
आज इस गांव को 4 चांद लग गए हैं।
कैसे?
ये सब कृष्णा का कमाल है। अब हम पूरी दुनिया से जुड़ गए हैं इंटरनेट के जरिए।
सच?
वो देखो,
कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर।
बिल्कुल, डिजिटल इंडिया के तहत अब शहर के चक्कर काटे बिना रोजमर्रा के छोटे बड़े काम गांव-गांव से हो सकते हैं। ये देखो, ढेर सारी सुविधाओं के जरिए, जैसे कि बैंक अकाउंट खोलकर पैसों का लेन देन करना, ऑनलाइन रेलवे टिकट बुक कराना, आधार कार्ड या पासपोर्ट बनवाना, पैन कार्ड की अर्जी भरना, जमीन के कागजात या जन्म और मृत्यु प्रमाण पत्र बनवाना। और प्रधानमंत्री डीजी साक्षरता योजना के अंतर्गत सीएससी अधिकारी को प्रशिक्षण देकर दूसरों को पढ़ाने के लिए तैयार करते हैं। एक और खुद का सेंटर चलाने का अवसर मिला और दूसरी ओर लोगों को रोजगार।
लेकिन इस सेंटर को चलाता कौन है?
कृष्णा।
अरे भाई, ये कृष्णा कौन है?
गांव की प्रगति का श्रेय जाता है हमारी प्यारी बिटिया कृष्णा को।
डिजिटल इंडिया, पावर टू एम्पावर।
Welcome once again. The women sustained severe injuries after being run over by a government bus on Nabakalabara Road in Puri today. The injured woman has been identified as Lakshmi Maharana, a resident of Anugul, who was living as a tenant in Puri. Reports indicate that the government operated bus struck near Lakshmi Matiyapada, resulting in her serious injuries. She was promptly rescued and taken to Puri Medical College and Hospital. Due to the severity of her injuries, doctor referred her to AIIMS for advanced medical treatment. The incident has caused significant anger among local residents, who stacked a road blockade and they demand immediate intervention from the authorities. They are calling for the government to cover the injured women medical expenses and provide adequate compensation. Additionally, they have urged officials to convert the road into a one-way street and to completely ban bus movement on that particular stretch. Upon receiving information, police along with traffic police, the city DSP, Tehsildar and the IIC of town police station arrive at the scene. They work to manage the situation and have launched an investigation into the incident.
महिला पेट चढ़ी जाइए बसटा माटीगढ़ आड़ दर्शन करके आसुले पछपटू बस आसी माड़ करके पेट चढ़े ए रोड रे बहुत कंजेस्टेड हो बस जीवा आसवा कला बेलू माने इवन कि संध्या टाइम भी आम जापारूँ बर्तमान बस जो मैंने बस जो आसी खाली कंपिटिशन कर गुड़िया गुड़ी कर बहुत दुर्घटना घटी आमर डिमांड है बर्तमान जो गवर्नमेंट बस जो माड़ा कर डिमांड है से क्षतिपूरण दिपटे वन वे करने चाहूँ।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi delivered a strong address at a rally in Thiruvananthapuram this morning, launching a significant criticism of what he termed the left ecosystem in Kerala. The Prime Minister asserted that the BJP would put an end to corruption by both the LDF and UDF alliances. He refers to the BJP recent success in the Thiruvananthapuram civic election as a sign of this momentum. Addressing the upcoming election, Prime Minister Modi stated, "This election will redefine Kerala trajectory and future." He characterized the LDF-UDF as having divergent symbol, but the shared agenda which he described as full corruption and zero accountability, full communalism and zero responsibility. He suggested these alliances anticipate returning to power in the future, noting that while government may change, the underlying system often remains the same. The Prime Minister urged the electorate to form a government that is pro-people and pro-development, asserting the BJP and the NDA are positions to achieve this. Prime Minister Modi further commented on the visible aspiration of Kerala residents, expressing confidence in their belief in the BJP. He added, "The people of Kerala have demonstrated profound faith in the BJP and have aligned with us. This victory for the BJP is not merely significant, it is historic and groundbreaking. Thiruvananthapuram has established the foundation for the BJP in Kerala. In Thiruvananthapuram, you have granted the BJP opportunity to serve."
आज मुझे यहां एक नई ऊर्जा दिख रही है। आज मुझे यहां एक नई होप दिख रही है। आपका ये जोश ये विश्वास दिलाता है कि अब केरला में परिवर्तन होकर रहेगा। और साथियों, कुछ यहां जो लेफ्टिस्ट इकोसिस्टम होगा, उनको शायद आज मेरी बात गले नहीं उतरेगी, लेकिन मैं आपको बड़ी मजबूती के साथ, तथ्य और तर्क के साथ मेरी इस बात की ताकत क्या है वो बताना चाहता हूं। 1987 के पहले गुजरात में बीजेपी एक हाशिए की पार्टी थी, अखबार में 2 लाइन भी नहीं छपती थी। 87 में पहली बार भाजपा ने अहमदाबाद म्युनिसिपल कॉरपोरेशन में विजय प्राप्त की, जैसे आज आपने तिरुवनंतपुरम में विजय प्राप्त की है। और वहीं से गुजरात में जो सिलसिला चला, लोगों ने हमारे काम को देखा और उसका परिणाम है कि आज पिछले कई दशकों से वहां की जनता ने हमें सेवा का मौका दिया था।
Prime Minister Narendra Modi stated that the life of Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose served as the profound example of bravery and valor. He emphasized that a Parakram Divas acts as a significant reminder of Netaji's extraordinary courage, his sacrifices and his steadfast dedication to the nation. To mark the occasion, the Prime Minister shared a Sanskrit verse which highlight the highest principles of heroism. This verse conveyed true valor in demonstrated by protecting the life of others, and that a person who preserves safeguard life in the genuine hero, rather than one who takes it. The Prime Minister disseminated this message on social media platform X, noting that Netaji life continued to inspire the nation by embodying the true spirit of courage and selfless service.
23 जनवरी की ये गौरवशाली तारीख नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस की जन्म जयंती, नेताजी का पराक्रम, उनका शौर्य, आज की ये तारीख हमें प्रेरणा भी देती है, हमें नेताजी के प्रति श्रद्धा भाव से भी भरती है। साथियों, बीते वर्षों में पराक्रम दिवस देश की राष्ट्रीय भावना का, नेशनल स्पिरिट का एक अभिन्न पर्व बन गया है। ये एक सुखद संयोग है कि 23 जनवरी को पराक्रम दिवस, 25 जनवरी को मतदाता दिवस, 26 जनवरी को गणतंत्र दिवस, 29 जनवरी को बीटिंग रिट्रीट और फिर 30 जनवरी को पूज्य बापू की पुण्यतिथि तक गणतंत्र का महापर्व मनाए जाने की एक नई परंपरा बन गई है। मैं इस अवसर पर आप सभी को और सभी देशवासियों को पराक्रम दिवस की अनेक अनेक शुभकामनाएं देता हूं।
The Jammu-Srinagar National Highway NH44 was shut down on today due to the significant rainfall and heavy snowfall. Air travel experienced disruption as Srinagar Airport and Indigo Airlines announced the temporary suspension and cancellation of multiple flights. Part of Jammu reported rainfall contributing to prevailing cold weather condition across the city. Officials stated due to continuous rain accumulating snow up to Ramso, all traffic was stopped at the safe points on NH44. This precautionary measure was implemented because of hazardous slippery road condition. Following a dry spell of nearly 3 months, snowfall began in the plains and higher region of Doda, Velesa and the adjacent area of around midnight. Residents expressed their delight and relief at the arrival of this long-awaited snowfall. Indigo Airlines has issued a travel advisory confirming the temporary suspension of flight operation in Srinagar due to the ongoing snowfall. The airline advised passengers to monitor their flight status and explore options for rebooking or refunds. Meanwhile, several areas in Punjab and Haryana are anticipated to experience thunderstorms with lightning, moderate rainfall and gusty winds this morning. Let's take a break. We will be back soon.
काका,
हाँ बेटा,
ये जश्न कैसा?
आज इस गांव को 4 चांद लग गए हैं।
कैसे?
ये सब कृष्णा का कमाल है। अब हम पूरी दुनिया से जुड़ गए हैं इंटरनेट के जरिए।
सच?
वो देखो,
कॉमन सर्विस सेंटर?
बिल्कुल, डिजिटल इंडिया के तहत अब शहर के चक्कर काटे बिना रोजमर्रा के छोटे बड़े काम गांव-गांव से हो सकते हैं। ये देखो, ढेर सारी सुविधाओं के जरिए, जैसे कि बैंक अकाउंट खोलकर पैसों का लेन देन करना, ऑनलाइन रेलवे टिकट बुक कराना, आधार कार्ड या पासपोर्ट बनवाना, पैन कार्ड की अर्जी भरना, जमीन के कागजात या जन्म और मृत्यु प्रमाण पत्र बनवाना। और प्रधानमंत्री डीजी साक्षरता योजना के अंतर्गत सीएससी अधिकारी को प्रशिक्षण देकर दूसरों को पढ़ाने के लिए तैयार करते हैं। एक और खुद का सेंटर चलाने का अवसर मिला और दूसरी ओर लोगों को रोजगार।
लेकिन इस सेंटर को चलाता कौन है?
कृष्णा।
अरे भाई, ये कृष्णा कौन है?
गांव की प्रगति का श्रेय जाता है हमारी प्यारी बिटिया कृष्णा को।
डिजिटल इंडिया, पावर टू एम्पावर।
Welcome once again. US President Donald Trump suggests today that he might test NATO commitment by invoking Article 5 to secure America's southern border against illegal immigration. President Trump made this statement on his Truth Social platform. He added that his action would also free up numerous border patrol agents for other duties. Maybe we should have put NATO to test invoked Article 5 and force NATO to come here, protect our southern border from further invasion of illegal immigration, thus freeing up large number of border patrols agents for other tasks. Trump posted, "The problem with NATO that will be there for them 100%, but I am not sure that they will be there for us." The North Atlantic Treaty Organization is a political and military alliance formed in 1949, currently comprising 32 member nations known as NATO allies. Its current Secretary General is Mark Rutte, formerly Prime Minister of the Netherlands. A fundamental principle of NATO is Article 5, which mandates that all member states will defend any member country if it is attacked. Article 5 was invoked once by the United States following the September 11, 2001 terrorist attack. Despite this precedent, President Trump expressed doubt about whether allies would reciprocate support for US President Trump. Commentary on NATO occurred alongside renewed attention to the Greenland. During his address, the World Economic Forum in Davos, he asserted he would not use force to acquire the Arctic Iceland, while still advocating for US control. Taylor Swift is poised to become the youngest woman introduced to Songwriter Hall of Fame. The 36-year-old singer-songwriter has met the eligibility criteria this year, making 20 years since the release of her debut single, Team MC Grow. has successfully passed the ballot for the organization 2026 induction and award gala scheduled for June 11 in New York City. According to the report from Female First, Swift previously received the Songwriter Hall of Fame David Starlight Award in 2010, an honor recognizing emerging songwriters. She will be the first recipient of that award to achieve full Hall of Fame induction. Pakistan has relieved its 16-member squad for the upcoming 3-match T20 international series against Australia at home. The series is scheduled to commence on January 29 as reported by the ICC website. The team welcomed back experienced player Babar Azam and Shaheen Afridi to the T20 international lineup. Both Babar Azam and the Shaheen Afridi were absent from the Pakistan T20 international series in Sri Lanka earlier this January, as they were participating in the Big Bash League 2025 to 2026 season. Shahab Khan is expected to strengthen Pakistan's spin bowling attack, which also features Abrar Ahmed, Mohammad Nawaz and Usman Tariq. The 3 T20 international between Pakistan and Australia will be played on January 29th and February 1st at Lahore Ghaffari Stadium. The 3-match series will be a vital preparation period for both Australia and the Pakistan as they gear off for the ICC Men T20 World Cup. Beginning of February 7th in India and Sri Lanka in the World Cup, Pakistan will compete in Group A alongside the USA, Namibia, the Netherlands and the co-host India. The weather across the state is showing a gradual shift. Winter conditions are easing and temperatures are beginning to rise, while fog is being observed in many locations during the early morning. Daylight hours are now experiencing a stronger warmth. Currently, there are no active weather system over the state and the trend is expected to continue for the next week. With largely dry condition anticipated, no significant fluctuation in temperature are forecast, although no cold weather advisories are in effect. The Meteorological Center has predicted light to moderate fog in selected area until the 26th of this month. Yesterday, daytime temperature surpassed 30 degrees Celsius in 19 cities. Bhubaneswar registered the highest temperature at 32.3 degrees Celsius, with Jharsuguda and Paradip also recording high readings. Weather experts suggest the temperature would increase by an additional 3 to 4 degrees in the coming days.
देखिए गत 24 घंटा मिनिमम टेम्परेचर रेकर्ड तेबे सर्वनिम्न न्यूनतम तापमात्रा रेकर्ड करा जायछि राउरकेला टारे 8 डिग्री सेल्सियस ता भीतर सेटा प्लेन एरिया रहिछि आ जो हिल स्टेशन माना करे पहाड़ अंचल माना करे जे देखियो जी उदयगिरी रे लोएस्ट टेम्परेचर रेकर्ड करा जायछि 5 डिग्री सेल्सियस ता सहित सैलो फॉग किंबा हल्का मध्यम कोहड़ी मध्यम भवानीपाटना रे रेकर्ड करा जायछि। फुलबाणी ठारे 8.2 डिग्री सेल्सियस रेकर्ड करा जायछि, झारसुगुड़ा ठारे 8.4 डिग्री सेल्सियस, सिमलीगुड़ा 8.5 डिग्री सेल्सियस, किरई रे 9.6 डिग्री सेल्सियस, अनुगुल रे 10 डिग्री सेल्सियस समिति सतबी जगह रे 9टा जगह रे 10 डिग्री सेल्सियस किंबा ताठु कम तापमात्रा रेकर्ड करा जायछि। अनुगुल रे स्वाभाविक वैल्यू ठारो मिनिमम टेम्परेचर रा स्वाभाविक वैल्यू ठारो 5 डिग्री कम रहिछि, झारसुगुड़ा रे 4 डिग्री कम रही, भुवनेश्वर 2.3 डिग्री कम रही, कटक रे 2.4 डिग्री कम रही।
That's all for now. Stay tuned for more updates. Thank you.